We're live. Thank you guys for joining us. Excuse me. We almost didn't make it. But we made it. Oh, that's the wrong way. I know. How we going to be late and we live in the office? Well, we don't live in the office. We live underneath the office, across the hall from the office. And I can't see.
I need to go find your glasses.
No. I'm not gonna be able to read. I got on my lenses.
Contacts, but you need readers.
Yeah, but I need readers, but I'll be fine. We'll be fine. You can read right there. You got another pair of readers over there? Let me see if I can see what your readers. Yep, I can see just.
Yeah, but I need my readers. So need your readers.
Today we do have a topic, and welcome to Let's Talk About It with the Empowerment Duo. We are going to cover the weekend. We're going to talk about all the fun that everybody had for their Galentine, dude in time. I don't know what else you would call it. Weekends of it all. Hopefully everybody had lots of fun, or at least had some relaxation. Whatever those things might be. Good morning, Dr. Beverly. Thank you for joining us this morning. We're excited to have you with us today. Hey, Dr. Deborah, we made it. Oh, thank you, honey. Got me some glasses for the show so that I can actually see what's going on. I was able to make out those couple of little comments. There we go.
Good morning, Dr. Deborah. Good morning, Beverly. Ladies, did not Cortez put it down this morning?
Yes, sir. I'm always grateful for our content contributors showing up and showing out. And today we are going to do the same, but we do have a topic, and our topic is the Pygmalion effect.
Now, we've talked about this topic on the show before, the law of expectations. But today we're going to take it a little bit more. How to use it.
Another further.
Okay.
Another further. Okay. All right.
You just checking that?
Yeah. Hey, Melissa. Good morning. Good morning.
And I've already paid out money today, too.
Paid out money?
Well, paid out money, yes.
Oh, okay.
But anyway.
To me?
No.
Well, that's the only money that counts.
I mean, the kind of wife I got. First off, I am super blessed to have money to me? No, that's what I can't believe you. 2 of these are yours.
Yes, I know. Thank you.
The potatoes are.
Oh, thank you. I don't want any potatoes. Thank you, Melissa. She says, I love the colors of your clothes today. Y'all look fabulous. Well, thank you.
If I told you how we ended up matching clothes today, well, you would believe it because you're married.
Lord have mercy.
I was downstairs, running out of time. Like, oh, shoot, I didn't even dress yet.
Yes, powerful weekend. And of course, another empowerment author was born this weekend. As a matter of fact, if y'all can get her on, I'm going to go and get her book off of my nightstand because it goes with my glasses so that I can show you guys. Who? La 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 la.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Nala, they put another book out.
Yes.
I remember you said doctor.
Yes, I did. So I'm going to go get that, and I'll be right back.
Weekend. It was Valentine's weekend. I saw so many wonderful, positive Valentines. I saw people celebrating Valentine's alone. I saw people celebrating Valentine's with others. I saw so many expressions of love. I saw so many great posts about how they had a fantastic Valentine's at home, staying safe. Part of that Valentine's, we hope you had made a part of your Valentine as well, was Saturday night, we had the Poets Edition showcase. The Empowerment Duo put on a showcase featuring poets. And we had 6 amazing poets, and they did put it down. I appreciate Dr. Deborah Dunstan telling us that her and her husband was going to use our poet showcase for their date night. I thought that was so cool. But I enjoyed the Poets Edition so much. I enjoyed my Valentine at home. We didn't go anywhere. We stayed at home together. We watched shows together, and my wife put down an amazing Valentine's Day meal for her husband.
Yes, I did.
Because she knows her husband likes to eat. So Brother Brian had steak.
What kind of steak? Not just any kind of steak.
T-bone steak.
T-bone?
I had T-bone. And I had a lump crab cake as well. With onions, and the steak had onions and mushrooms and all that grilled into it, and a nice salad to go with that. And Dr. Deborah says, and we watched while enjoying our dessert. How about that?
Awesome. My afro is getting out there, ain't it? You got a TWA? Teeny weeny afro. Here's a TWA. You know, those girls on the YouTube can get this afro into a ponytail. That's right, surf and turf. I was actually going to have lobster with it, but they didn't have any lobster tails. It seemed like everybody was making Valentine's dinner at the Publix on yesterday. Good morning, Miss Phyllis. Your book is going out.
Shouts out to the young lady who did get her Gorilla Glue out of her hair this weekend.
We got some horrible memes about along those lines. We got the this day in African American history. Jermaine Jackson, the first man
to successfully use Gorilla Glue.
Gorilla Glue. And it had a meme with his hairstyle, which I don't know who has allowed him to consistently wear that particular glued on hairstyle, waxed on hairstyle.
Take it personal.
No, but that's right. That is the Pygmalion effect, when our beliefs and actions lead to improvements. Absolutely.
Well, yeah,
but it's deeper than that. We're still going through the weekend.
I'm going to get to that. But I love talking about, we have talked about the Pygmalion effect twice before on the show. Mm-hmm. This is our third time covering it. But I want to cover it today as how to use it. And I even made me some great notes about how to use it. The Pygmalion effect, for those of you who don't know, is the psychology of expectations. For example, if I hand you a box of puzzle pieces and I said,
good morning,
you got a minute to finish this box of puzzles, you're going to probably knock it out in about 30 seconds. Most people knock it out pretty easily. You're a smart person. It's going to be easy for you to do. And I hand you the box of puzzle pieces, and pretty much you're going to knock it out in less than a minute because you expected to. Now, if I hand you that same box, or someone else hands you a box of puzzle pieces and says, look, this puzzle is very, very difficult. Almost no one ever completes this. Maybe you're not even ready to complete this either. Maybe you're not even smart enough to complete this. But the task is to do it in a minute. And I have hardly ever seen anybody do it. And I don't expect that you will either. Here you go. And with that preface, most people don't get it done.
Absolutely, which is why I think that further exemplifies the importance of having an encourager on your team.
Your team is essential.
I think so.
It's essential. You can't get around it.
Absolutely. Well, we know that hip hop has proven that you got to have a hype man if you want to be successful.
How good would Chuck D have been without Flavor Flav?
You couldn't. There is no Chuck D without Flavor Flav.
This past weekend on Saturday Night Live, our host was Regina King. And she was like maybe a minute into her monologue, and they sent out Kenan Thompson out there.
Well, she needed him, honey.
With his Kango hat
cool
on.
J outfit on.
Kango hat, a big rope chain, and Adidas jacket on the mic. And when Regina King would say something, she goes, she just got an award for that, y'all.
Oh, you over there.
I need you to say some noise. He was hyping it up.
She did need it. And I love Regina King. I love what she did with One Night in Miami. I love what she has done in her body of work, all of that. I love that. But that monologue was a bit dry.
And not everyone's equipped for that.
This is true. And maybe that's just not her forte.
Right. Her forte.
But thank Thank you. I'm going to bling it, Melissa, but thank you. I love it too. I love my microphone.
This mic has been around from the beginning.
Yes, this mic is from the beginning. It still has our original call letters, ESPTV7. This started with us 5 years ago. I think I got it maybe 3 or 4 months after we first started the broadcast. And I think it still works.
That mic has been around. It's saying some things.
Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello.
So did you have a good weekend? Forgive me, I'm trying to eat.
Yeah, he's trying to eat.
I was in the Cortez's show this morning and doing a load of laundry. The Cortez Hustle Show starts at 8 a.m. and it goes from 8 to 9.
Absolutely.
And today he talked about the 7 ways to turn what you know into money. How to turn what you know into money. And I was so into it, and I was excited about Cortez sharing it. And he was very, very generous with his content today,
He is. Now, your show that you did, was it last Monday or was it last Friday with Larry the Champion Builder?
That was last Thursday night.
Last Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. What does a clue look like? Both of those pieces of content was talking about
turning what you know into dough.
Message. I'll be a hype man.
Right, man, that'd be great.
Message.
So it looks like the day is flying by us already. We got to get moving. I took some notes.
So good, because I did too. Hey, Nala, up, she's here. She has arrived, and I'm glad that she has arrived because
I'm excited about
it's time for Celebrate Good Times. Come on. Do. Let me turn off that light so that we can see it. No, it's the light. There we go. The 7 pillars of self-love. How to Heal Your Heart's Hurt by Nala Day. Dr. Nala Day right here. And it is an amazing book with direction to help you to navigate into healing your heart's hurt with some self-love. You want to get it. You want to go to naladay.com, naladay.com. That's right, Nala. She said, oh, no, wow. Oh, yes. We are so proud of this project. I love it.
Now, Lisa loves this book so much. I know it's awesome. Because this is a lot of manuscripts.
Absolutely. So I love that she takes you through 7 steps to really get into your inner core. Because so much of what we try to heal it with, fitting in better, doing this better, all of these external things. But this is moving inside so that you can truly tap in and truly release and heal your heart's hurt. You can go to Nala, N-A-L-A, Day, DEY.com and order your copy today. Let me put that up on the screen. Thanks, Bill. Good morning.
We got running out of time.
It's okay. We got plenty of time.
We don't.
Get your copy, and we will have the author herself joining us in as soon as we can get her scheduled and coordinated.
Let's go.
Rush me again.
Congratulations. William Brown. Today at 11 a.m. on One Word Conversations will be a rebroadcast. The word is relentless. And my guest is Emin Mehmet, right here on the Empowerment Duo Facebook page and the Empowerment Network.
Mm-hmm. Nala says, I'm such an introvert, I don't even know how to respond. Vivian says, don't be trying to act surprised, Nala Day. And Nala's like, oh no, wow.
Nala, your book is good. And your book is going to help somebody. How to Heal Your Heart's Hurt. About the 7 pillars of self-love.
Absolutely.
I bet there's some. Well, this is true as an entrepreneur. At any given moment of any given day, there is somebody seeking what you're offering.
And there's someone hurting because what you know, what you've learned, what you figured out, you're keeping to yourself. So often I have the biggest part of my job is not helping people to write their story, it's helping people to be willing to share their story. There are so many people that are concerned, oh my goodness, I don't know everything, I don't know all of it, I don't know whatever. And the truth is, you know more than somebody else is dealing with. And so often what they're dealing with, you already have the solution to, but you're trying to get the answer to the whole universe. And they're like, that's great. And when you get that, I'm sure I'll want it. But right now, this is hurting.
Yeah.
Right now, this is my issue. Right now, this is what I'm dealing with. And maybe if I can alleviate this little bit, this little bit, this little bit, if I can get it from your 7 pillars of self-love, if I can get it from Dr. Deborah's Get Free and Stay Free, if I can get some inspiration from Melissa's Lessons and Legacies of Life, if I can get some direction from Brian's Shortcut, if I can get some direction from Bill Brown's Beyond the Shell series, if I can get some help from these pieces and parts, then maybe I can put myself back together again.
And likely you will. By using that much help, you have every reason to expect your success. I'm actually so glad to be discussing the Pygmalion effect with my wife, okay? Because her and I, we're so much aligned in our thinking, but sometimes our thinking is different. And I think between the way she sees something and the way I see something, sometimes we discover something different and better.
Yeah, sometimes it grows it.
Yes. So I like this kind of conversation with her. I'm anxious to go through all my notes. And I feel, I don't know why I feel so, but I feel like, man, we got to get moving. We got a lot of stuff to cover today.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't like being rushed like that. We'll cover everything, and guess what? We'll cover whatever we can, and whatever is left, then we'll cover it tomorrow.
Nice, I'm gonna do it all now.
That's right, Bill. Bill said also, DM me today to get your limited time free digital download of the One Word Journal. Absolutely.
An offer. What is the One Word Journal?
Absolutely. So we will love that. So join us today. You've got quite a bit of great empowerment that's going on in the network today. Actually, every day. This network is filled of things that will empower you, mind, body, and spirit. And that includes personal, professional, and spiritual. And we're excited about all the things that it brings to you. Melissa says, Bill, I have the journal and it's awesome. Y'all need to take advantage of this free offer. Amen and amen.
Amen. So I want to get back to the Pygmalion effect, the psychology of expectations. Have you guys ever worked with someone that was consistently a little bit late, or they consistently did work that was not quite as good as everyone else? They were a little bit slower. They were last to turn in projects, and everybody knew it about that person. And even the bosses and the ownership knew about it. That person was just not quite as good. They weren't bad. They were just not quite as good. Mm-hmm. So because they weren't quite as good as everyone else,
nobody expected much from them.
No one expected much from them. They got handed menial tasks, not challenging tasks. And because of that, that person started to perform as if they were not quite as good. No, it says thank you.
Yeah, I need you to. I don't know what I need to do. You were touching my stuff. I'm sorry. You're right. Don't be touching my stuff. So, Beverly says Bill Brown's T-word journal is totally enlightening. Bill, you are a genius.
She's right. Bill, you're a genius. She's right. When you call someone else a genius, you're very likely right.
You are welcome, Nala. You are welcome. And she says, thanks to Lisa Santiago McNeill. You're very welcome. Listen, really quick, I want to go ahead and interject in here. Telling your story is your responsibility. Telling your story is your responsibility. What do you think this world would have been if there were people that were not willing to stand into the power of their truth? And we make it easier for you at Empowerment Publishing and Multimedia. We can help you to tell your story, whether you need one-on-one support, whether or not you need to participate in a group, or anything along the way, whether you're wanting to publish your book, or if you're trying to actually tell your story on a powerful platform in video or audio. we can help with all of those things. So we would love for you to reach out to Empowerment Publishing and Multimedia. And you can do so by simply DMing me directly right here on Facebook, or you can schedule a consultation with me quite simply on my website. I am lisasantiago.com
Now,
/calendar.
I think you need to do that. All of you guys get your become your subject matter experts. Publish. You know, I talked last Thursday night. I made the quote that I heard from a journal in Duke University saying, "Publish or perish." They had a policy at Duke University that everyone that was a professor at that school
had to be published.
Yes, imagine that. That was a prerequisite to be a professor at the school.
Well, to be quite honest, in order to complete your PhD, most colleges require that you write a thesis.
Mm-hmm.
And that thesis is often more than the framework necessary to be a published project.
And it's a
Absolutely. And so it is a book. So yes, it is about what you know. What you know can shortcut what somebody else is trying to figure out. That's why we study the lessons in the history books from the thought leaders of the past, because what they've discovered along the way, captured, now we can build upon it, much like Brian says, he and I build upon a thought, and we're going to go ahead and continue with that thought here with the Pygmalion effect.
All right. Now, I gave the example of someone who's not quite measuring up, and that person starts to perform that way. But that's one person. But then there's the other person who's been about average. They've been trying things, but stuff they tried has not yet really stuck yet. They tried for a business and it didn't quite work out. They tried another time, it didn't quite work out. And they don't see themselves. It gets to the place eventually where they don't see themselves successful. You know, they've created, well, maybe that's just not for me. That person, those two kinds of people. And I came up with what I consider a solution to that problem. Okay.
Absolutely. Beverly. Good morning, Brittany. Good morning, Cynthia. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Now, the opinion of the people around you, Lisa mentioned in the beginning of our broadcast today, the importance of encouragers. The opinions of the people around you do matter. That's why you want to have some encouragers in your life. However, the most important opinion is the opinion that you have of yourself. Your opinion of yourself is supersedes anyone else around you's opinion. Even if there's a lot of people around you saying it, it doesn't matter nearly as much as your opinion of yourself. So how do you boost the opinion you have of yourself?
Well, I'm not sure that that's completely true.
Okay. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do definitely agree that your personal opinion and your self-esteem is your responsibility, and it needs to be.
Well, not completely yours alone, but go ahead.
No, it's not yours alone, but I agree that it is your responsibility.
Okay.
However, the influence of other people's opinions of you can definitely bear down on that.
Weigh you down, drag you down, hold you back.
Absolutely. Good morning, Brenda Booker Boo.
But you can combat the people holding you back, dragging you down, weighing on you. You can combat that, okay, by gaining experiences. By gaining experiences, you combat people holding you back and talking down on you. For example, the high dive is there. And you see other people jump off the high dive and you want to do it yourself. Let's say you summon your courage up to actually get up there, climb that ladder and get up there, but you're afraid. You're afraid of what could happen. You're afraid of embarrassment. You're afraid of pain and all that kind of stuff. But if you ever get to that place, get your mind to the place where you actually can get to the ledge of that high dive and actually dive off that high dive and make it into the water and live and survive that dive and come out that water. What happens from gaining that experience of actually having done the thing that you were afraid to do is not nearly as scary anymore. Now you realize you won't die. For example, giving a talk. You realize when you get out in front of that stage, in front of that audience, you didn't actually die. The next talk is easier.
Good morning, Stephanie. Thank you for joining. Stephanie says, Lisa and Brian matching today, purple royalty.
Honestly, I just was late and I looked downstairs.
You were both so late.
I saw it. I had this shirt on the back of a chair. I wore this shirt last week.
I think I did the same thing. I think I actually had this on Friday.
This was upstairs. I was downstairs. I had this on the back of a chair for like, for example, if an inspiration hit me, and I said, "Oh man, I need to record something." So I needed this shirt downstairs where I could button it up and get on camera. Because if not, I'd have probably had on a t-shirt or a sweatshirt or something like that. So I just take that off, put on this shirt real quick, and record whatever was on my mind, and then. But that's what this shirt was for. This was an emergency recording shirt downstairs. We just so happened to have matched today.
Absolutely, absolutely. So here, the other thing, and I'm not sure, I don't want to step on any of your points. So let me see. Actually, it's number 2. My example is part of number 2.
Okay.
So go ahead and read number 2.
The first one is mastery of experience, doing the thing.
Doing the thing
and
yourself.
Then you'll have an experience, okay?
Doing the thing yourself, even if you're doing it to degrees.
Yeah. You don't have to do it well, even.
Right. Doing it to degrees. You don't have to do it well. Imagine public speaking is your fear. You don't have to do it in front of a palladium full of 250,000 people. You do it in front of 2 people. Yes. You do it in front of 3 people, right? That's still taking steps towards overcoming your personal opinion of yourself.
It's number 2. That was number 1. Number 2 is 4 parts. Is vicarious experiences. Watching others succeed at doing what it is that you want to do. This is one of the most powerful reasons why we watch Olympic events, sporting events. Why do I like to watch great football runs, boxing matches, Muhammad Ali, mastery of it? I'm watching other people master their craft.
And this is the reason why you must live out loud. Okay, this is why you must live out loud. Because if every joint supplieth, then we owe it not only to ourselves, but to one another to live our best authentic self out loud. When I was 7 years old, I lived in the Bronx, and we were right adjacent to River Park Towers. River Park Towers, where I lived, we were right adjacent to Roberto Clemente State Park. At Roberto Clemente State Park, there was a Olympic, humongous, giant pool, and then there was a 16 feet diving pool.
Pretty high for a public pool.
Yes, a 16 feet diving pool. And the line was down the block, around the corner for the 16 feet. But not only the line to jump in the pool, but also there were always spectators surrounding that pool.
Everybody wanted to see it.
They wanted to see it, right? So all of these because Roberto Clemente State Park was also a gym, so they had weightlifting stuff. So all of these big old weightlifting dudes, all of these grown-up swimming ladies is in the line and getting ready to dive out, and me. 7-year-old.
Okay.
7-year-old Lisa, not Santiago McNeill at that time, but Lisa, standing in the line, right? I'm standing in this line, and there are people that are spectators who are like, oh, every time somebody jumps, oh my God, in 16 feet, are they going to come up? Because you go down before you bubble up.
Yes.
You go down deep, depending if you go on the high diving board or the low diving board. Is going to determine how deep you go.
Right. That's right.
So it's when you get up to the diving boards, now you got to choose which one. So they're already watching me because I'm on the line to the diving boards. Okay. And then when we get up to choose the diving boards, I choose the high diving board. Okay. And everybody is like, oh, she going up the big diving board. She going up the big diving board.
I haven't heard this story before.
So I go up to the top, and I stand at the end, and then I jump and I dive down in. And when I bubble up to the top.
What kind of dive did you do? Feet first, hand first, what? Okay.
I just dive. Just a regular dive. Jump, dive. That's it. Not feet first like that.
Okay.
And then I bubble up to the top, because even though all of this is going on, I'm 7. So I don't have the same thought that everybody else has. Right?
You haven't learned enough to be afraid of this moment.
Well, I'm not afraid of it because I learned how to swim in the ocean off a cliff.
Okay.
So this is 16 feet, and it's a pool with a lifeguard. Mm-hmm. The ocean don't have no lifeguard.
Right. And you don't know what the rocks.
You don't know what's going on down there. So I go down, I bubble up to the top, and I swim directly to the edge, because you can't stay in that pool and play.
Right.
You got to get out.
Right.
I swim to the edge, and I climb out, and people are applauding like crazy. And then one dude turns to his friend and says, yo, bruh, you gonna let that little girl You gonna let that little girl
vicarious experience. If she that was a great one story. Thank you for sharing that story. Reminds me of my story about the little white girl and the blood wings.
Yes.
The little white girl and the blood wings.
I think it does. Go ahead. First, good morning, Brittany. The topic is the Pygmalion effect.
The psychology of expectations.
And good morning again. Good morning, Uncle Harold. Thank you for joining. And today's episode 32, is brought to you by The 7 Pillars of Self-Love by Dr. Nala Day.
I was in jump school. That means I had to learn how to jump out of planes. Best shape of my life. I was 19 years old. We had to run for a whole month. It's a 4-week-long course. But for 1 month, no walking outside. Okay? That means if you went outside your building, you had to run anywhere you were going. You had to run if you're going to breakfast. You had to run if you're going to formation. You had to run if you're going to anything. No walking, okay, at all for a month, okay? Running only. If you're outside, you had to be running, okay? And you did push-ups all the time, okay? For example, if you had to go to formation, it started out doing 10, then it got to 50. So you run to your formation area, then you got to do 10 push-ups just to get in, to be allowed in to the formation area, okay? When you go to eat, you got to run to the chow hall, and there's a chin-up bar. You got to jump up and do chin-ups just to pay your way in to go eat. And then when you go eat, they got these people rushing you the whole time you're eating. Hurry up, you ain't got time to sit around there, hurry up. I mean, they're rushing you and yelling at you the whole time you're eating. So they want you to grab your food real fast, eat real fast, and get out of there real fast. And to leave, you got to do more chin-ups to leave. Okay, and then you got to run again. Okay, that was a whole month of that. Okay, now, and then you have to do all that stuff before you go to PT, physical training. Okay, and the work was very, very physical too. So you run and all that. The first day, I'm gonna get to this real quick. The first exercise we did on the first day, they put you in a sawdust pit. Okay, and there's men are in one sawdust pit, and this one, women was in another one, because they bunch you up. Okay, and bunch up means your right face, and you put your chest on the guy in front of you's back, touching, and the guy behind you, his chest is on your back, touching you. Okay, so all these men are skin to skin. It's in August. It's a hot day, and you're in probably 12 inches of loose sawdust. Okay, loose sawdust, and you got on boots. You only got on sneakers. You got on boots, BDU pants, and bare chests. Bare chests. Okay,
I think that is just so unnecessary. What in the heck?
It's called a bunch up. And then while you're touching each other, then they announce the exercises. The first exercise is going to be the side straddle hop. Side straddle hop. It's a 4-count jumping jack. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. And the first exercise we did 300 straight. Okay. Now sawdust is kicking up, and sweat is kicking up, and you're sliding on the guy in front of you, and sawdust is in between you. Now you're getting irritated. Some people would fall out, and the people that fell out, they had to get out of there as fast as they can. Get out of the pit. You can't handle it. Get out of the pit. Okay, so you didn't have the same number of people at the end that you did in the beginning. Okay, and as soon as it's over, man, some people wanted to really fall out, and they gave you like 30 seconds to breathe, and then they made you do something else. But anyway, that's beside the point. But all that physical training, all that running, all that abuse, there was this little white girl, little blonde-haired white girl with a ponytail. She was like a couple of rows ahead of me. I never saw her. I never talked to her, but I saw her. And I was on some of the times I was just dying. And a lot of the men were dying. This little white girl, little now, she was hanging with us doing all the stuff we was doing. And I was saying, dang, if that little white girl could do it, I can't quit.
Vicariously through somebody else.
Now, they were trying to make you quit. 702 of us started, 135 of us graduated. Okay, they give you lots and lots of opportunities to quit. They ask you formally, they ask you informally. Anybody ready to quit? If you're ready to quit, just step forward. Lots of people always quit, but she didn't quit. And on the graduation day, you jump out of a plane 5 times in the same day. 5 jumps. That's a lot of jumping, but she made all 5. And she was a couple of rows ahead of me, so I got to see her jump out of the plane before my turn came every time. I'm like, she's doing it. She's making the run. She's doing it. And then the last day, I'm going to tell you about this little white girl. She was a couple rows ahead of me, so she always did everything before I did. I saw her the whole time. You got on a T-shirt. They got to pin your wings on. You've graduated. Now, the wings are metal, and they have these 2 prongs sticking out of them. They basically, what they do is they poke it through your clothes and put the clasps on behind it. But you have the option to ask for blood wings.
Blood wings.
Blood wings is where they put the pin in your shirt, but don't put the clasp on, and then punch it so that it punctures your skin and makes these 2 holes that stay permanently. They're called blood wings. Okay. When the black hat came to her, she says, "Blood wings, black hat." She yelled at the blood wings. This dude was probably 6'5". One of his hands was probably 2 of mine, and he gave her no breaks. She yelled blood wings. He pinned it on her t-shirt, and he reared back and punched the wings in her chest hard as he could. He said, "Pow!" And she rolled back a couple of rolls, knocked over some people, and got up as fast as she could. And she ran back to her spot, and she yelled, "Hurrah!" like that. I was like, what the hell did I just say?
You know, I heard the story before, but I never asked, did you get blood wings?
I did get blood wings. Do it. I saw her get them. But that little white girl and the blood wings always motivated me because she was like a tough little piece of leather, man. You know, just seeing someone like that, because there's no way she should have been able to hang. Okay, physically, she didn't look like she can hang.
Wow. And so that is the power and the importance also of being around winners, because it can inspire you to levels of greatness that you had not even considered. Imagine if the first person to break the race.
Dr. Deborah says, Brian, you just described what we do in exposure therapy, doing the thing. Okay.
Imagine if the first person who broke the
4-minute mile,
the 4-minute mile,
Bannister, 1951. Yes.
Imagine if he had not done that. That was great in and of itself, but it inspired so many others to believe that it was possible.
After that, 18 people did it the next year, 361 people did it the year after that. Now high school kids do it. It's routine because one person broke that model.
Absolutely. And some of what you've already done is intended to help someone else to do their next.
Yes. So we got a chance to tell 2 stories. I hope Melissa enjoyed the story time.
It's song time.
Is it song time?
Yeah.
All right, let me go. Can we do one more first?
Go ahead and do one more.
The first one was mastery experience, jumping off the high dive. Second is vicarious experience, watching others succeeding. And third, we only got 4. Let's do them all. The third one is modeling experience, watching others and doing what they do, or talking to mentors. Mentors help. And I'm going to just say what the fourth one is: emotional and a physical experience, playing it out in your mind like Dr. Deborah suggested, and physically doing it. Absolutely. Those experiences boost your confidence in yourself and also boost the Pygmalion effect because you're teaching yourself. Expectations.
Absolutely. Brittany Thomas is doing one of the exercises as she is consistently imagining herself as a wife. She is consistently imagining herself as a wife.
Keep doing that because that always works. That always works. That always works. What you consistently imagine. Even Minister Grant and Love Fellowship Believers, she used to tell a story about how she manifested her husband. She wanted a husband, and she would like fix the bed as if he was going to be in the bed with her. There was not a man in the bed, okay? But she would prepare the bed and sleep on her side because the other side was her husband to come's side.
Judy used to set the table as if she and
her
husband.
The table. How about that? That always works, though, by the way.
It does.
The law of expectations. If you could see it, feel it, do those physical acts like that, wow. I didn't know Judy set the table. Yeah. That's amazing. Manifestation.
And manifested her some John.
They are the best couple.
Absolutely,
you know?
Absolutely.
They're the best couple together. They're totally into each other, and she manifested the type of husband. Our friend Lucinda Cross Otini, she tells a story about how she manifested her husband. She was in jail. She did 4 years. She was in jail when she manifested her husband. She wrote it out. What kind of husband she wanted, how tall she wanted him to be, how loving she wanted him to be, what kind of a cook, what kind of a man, all that kind of stuff. She kept making these journals about the kind of man she wanted when she got out of jail.
Yeah, and Brian manifested me.
I manifested my wife. I took the hooks off of God. It took me 2 years of consistent prayer. And my prayer was that God send me the right woman for me. I wanted God to pick her. is what it was, because I was messing it up.
Oh.
I was like, God, please just send the right woman for me. And I prayed that prayer with other people. Me and other men would link arms like this here, and we would rock for each other's prayers. You know, we go one at a time. My prayer, send a man for send Brian, send brother, and other brothers will be chiming in. Send brother Brian the right woman for him. Heavenly Father, I'm asking for the right wife for me, just like that. And I ended up with Lisa.
So it's the song time. It's 9:42. We almost missed it, but it's always.
I hope someone found value in what we've been talking about today.
Certainly hope that you will revisit the Pygmalion effect and find out if there are any gaps in your personal manifestation efforts, and adopt some of those things into your process.
Up first is Dr. Beverly is on the show. Dr. Beverly, we're so excited to have you on our show. If there's ever anything we can do to help you manifest something else in your life, we want to. Dr. Deborah Dunstan is here.
Dr. Deborah, healing and deliverance coach. Mm-hmm. Good morning to you. Melissa's on, honey.
Melissa's on. Now it's time for us to sing her song.
Melissa's on.
Good morning, Miss Melissa Price. I hope you had a great Valentine's weekend as well.
Absolutely.
Miss Phyllis is here. So clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day.
Morning.
You know where I think my energy is coming from? I think we're losing weight. I think we are, you know, because we're eating better. And I think I have more energy because of it.
Good, I'm glad.
Or maybe because I did get a good night's sleep last night.
You did?
I think
you
I
didn't
did.
Have a nightmare last night?
I didn't have a nightmare last night.
Good. Mm-hmm. I'm excited about that.
We had a friend recommended some melatonin gummies for us. And the package said, take 2 as an adult. Melatonin gummies, okay, to help you sleep better. So, because sometimes I can have a difficult time turning it off. I'm still up, you know, and I want to get more sleep. So Lisa don't, she can sleep like that. Well, so I took 2 and it gave me hallucinations, terrible nightmares, crazy stuff. I didn't like it. So I moved it down to 1. I only did the 2 pills one time. Next night I did 1 and it still wasn't as great. You know, I didn't sleep nearly as well. But I tried it again last night, and I didn't have any nightmares. So maybe I had to adjust to it or something. I don't know.
Right. We got good morning, Brittany Woody.
Nowadays here, right?
Yep, nowadays.
La 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 la.
Hey.
La 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 la.
Hey.
La 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 la.
Tootin' tootin' tootin'. Ha.
Miss Vivian is here.
Vivian Reed is here. Vivian Reed is here, and now the show can go on.
Good morning, Miss Vivian. How you doing? Let's go, baby. I know Mr. William Brown is here somewhere. Come on.
Yes, Bill is here.
Good morning to our friend Bill. Nobody thinks like him still. We love him so, and we always will. Our friend Bill. Good morning to our friend Bill. Good morning, bro.
Good morning. Beverly cut off all her hair. She said, I have a little bitty afro now, all 18 inches cut off. Wow.
I go check the pics.
Wow.
I hope she posts some pics.
Absolutely. Let me go down here. Yes, Bill is in here somewhere. Amen. Amen.
He's in here somewhere. Yes,
Brittany says, yes, he is coming. I feel it. I'm being more specific about I want taking the limits off. Amen. Yes, amen. Dear Yvette. Dear Yvette. Dear Yvette. Dear Yvette.
Good morning to you, Yvette. How you doing?
Absolutely.
I had a great Valentine's Day. My mom and dad spoiled me.
How nice. How nice. How nice.
All right. People spent Valentine's by themselves. My Deirdre Bruton,
my sister wife,
she did Valentine's by herself, but she put She did it right, I think. She put the whispers on her screen, her flat screen TV, because she's always been a fan of the whispers. So she had a bunch of the whispers videos going, and she sang along, and she had her wine, and she posted all that stuff, her dancing and singing to the whispers.
That is awesome, awesome, awesome. And she looked beautiful. She is really slimming down as well.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, good morning.
Kelly, Kelly Little, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your writing ways. Something. I gotta get it right, man.
You gotta get it. He gotta get it.
Kelly Little, can't you see?
You know, we got another showcase coming up this Saturday.
Well, Mo. So wait a minute. We've already done the power of African Americans in history.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We've already done the poets editions, African American poets editions showcase already, and we got another one coming up.
Yes, we have another.
I know what this is. Y'all gonna love it.
This is the children's book edition.
The children's book
edition. Children's book edition. Not only children's books by Black and brown authors, but children's books
where the child actually wrote the book.
Yes.
How about that?
So we have both. Now, Kelly Little will actually be featuring They Lit the Way, Shanrika.
Kids love money. They just don't understand it.
Crawford Benjamin. Absolutely. We will have the King Boys, Joshua and his two brothers. Each of them are authors. We'll have Mikey, the financial mentor. He has written a book. We have, my goodness, I've got to get that.
Kayla Penn?
Yes, we have Kayla Penn, Run Kayla Run. We have, oh my goodness.
It's going to be a blast. The Children's Edition Showcase, we did this live, and it was one of the most fun we ever did.
Memorable showcase.
Yes, it was so wonderful. Cynthia Murray.
Hey, I got that sister with me.
She also
Good morning, Monique Young. Good morning, Drea Nicole. Thank you for joining us. Drea Diva, you are rocking. I've been seeing you.
A lot of people love the whispers, don't even realize they love the whispers, but they do. You start doing whispers lyrics and everyone gets into it.
Like what?
Have you ever been kissed from head to toe, down your back and around to your navel? You've got that come in my sweet, and even more tricks and treats. I'm willing and I am able.
Yes, sir. Now let me tell you, back in the day, those songwriters
going my way. You just say yes. I will do the rest.
That's right. Back in the day, those songwriters used to help a brother out. They used to help a brother out. I don't know what these kids are using for primer these days, but I hear some of this music and I'm like, I can't imagine how any of y'all are getting laid, honey.
Stephanie Mars, you're not quite old enough or mature enough.
We are.
She don't know whisper songs.
So the whispers are actually not our music. The whispers were our parents' music.
I don't know. We grew up on the whispers. Their hits was in the 70s
but they
and
weren't
80s.
Really?
70s and 80s.
I thought they were earlier than that. All right, my bad. Stephanie.
Life has new meaning to me.
'Cause there's beauty up above.
And things we never take notice of.
Wake up and Stephanie, you're in love.
So,
I missed Lionel last night.
Lionel what?
Lionel. You don't say Lionel, it's Lionel.
Lionel what?
Lionel Richie. American Idol started last night, I think.
Yeah.
Lionel is the last of the Mohicans. Honey, he's about 97 years old, and he still looks like he is 42, but he sounds old.
Oh, okay.
If you get him to say 5 or 6 sentences in a row, then you'll hear.
That makes sense that he was so old. He's the old. Okay. Yeah. I'm a fan of his music as well.
I'm a fan of his music. I'm a fan of his personality, his energy. I am a fan of whoever his plastic surgeon is, because, honey, they know what they're doing.
I love his music, you know. So.
His plastic surgeon got it together, and his whoever does his hair, because his hair is amazing as well, or wherever he buys
you
his
don't
hair.
Have the same stuff from Jermaine Jackson, huh?
No, Jermaine needs to hire somebody, honey. Lady, I didn't know Lady was the Whispers.
That's the Whispers too. Yep.
There's another Lady song. That's
not
the
one by Lionel Richie wrote it, but Kenny Rogers sang it.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But what's the Lady by the Whispers?
Come on, baby.
Come on, baby.
I can't come up with it right now.
Come on. Stephanie says, I love Lionel. That's right. You got to say Lion L.
Hello. Is it me you're looking for? I love a lot of his stuff, man.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Brittany says, sing, Brian Keith McNeill. Yes. Yes.
Is that crying emojis?
Yes, crying exclamation points, fire and hearts, honey. Dr. Deborah says, I love Lionel too. Yes, honey. He is here and still doing it. I'm going to go and watch me some American Idol from last night, because I'm sure he has some.
What is he, like a host or something?
He's one of the, what do you call it? The panelists, the judges.
I never saw the show. Okay.
That's okay.
I know about it though. I know, people like
Fantasia,
Gangnam Style. Didn't they come out of that?
Who?
Gangnam Style.
I don't know.
The little dance things. I thought it was American Idol. Anyway,
I don't know.
Fantasia came out of American Idol. Ruben Studdard, Clay Aiken.
See, Vivian says, I'm a fan.
I love Sailor.
Loved him. Lionel. That's right.
That's another great breakup song.
Jesus is love.
Love it.
Jesus
Lionel Richie.
Is
Sail on down.
Yes.
Sail on down the line. Half a mile or so. I don't really want to go, but I guess I'm going. And it was plain to see that a small time boy like me just wasn't your cup of tea. So wishful thinking,
He is country.
He is country. Alabama country.
I mean, he is country. Sometimes he keeps it under wraps, but he is country. He is country.
Gave me some Lionel Richie this morning. I was like,
Lionel. If you don't say it right, I'm going to get you. If you don't say it right.
Oh,
that's right. It's Lionel. Lionel. Absolutely. Listen,
oh, my God.
That's right, Kelly. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your smile.
I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your smile.
I can feel it in your touch. No, when you're somewhere being lonely.
Yes.
I can't think of the rest of it. I didn't even think of that much. But anyway, I love that song.
Anyway, we love the songs. We ended our show today talking about songs from Lionel Richie.
Absolutely.
Did I get it right this time?
Yes, thank you very much.
Jesus.
Brittany says Ruben Studdard won American Idol. Yes, he did. Quite some years ago.
I remember the anticipation. Who was going to win, Ruben or Clay? Clay or Ruben. Yes.
Mm-hmm. They've ended up doing some great tours together.
I saw Clay Aiken is his boy.
Yeah,
they're friends.
Absolutely. Oh, yes, absolutely. Once, twice, three times a lady.
Yep.
Absolutely. Miss Vivian is like, yeah. So, it's time for a coffee time with Coach John. He comes up at 10 o'clock, followed by one-word conversations with William Browns.
As I
closed out with power. Actually, Sporty King was the last poet.
That's right.
Ladies,
y'all missed it. Do you have any idea
how fine you
really are? Sporty did that last poem, but it was an amazing event. I enjoyed it very much. Can they still see that somewhere?
Yes, you can still catch the replay for another 48 hours right here on the Empowerment Network and the Empowerment Duo Network on the Empowerment Duo page. And, you should probably put it up. Get your little sip of wine or something. It's President's Day, so some of you guys don't have to work. I'm going to Jurassic Park today.
Oh, you taking the kids?
Yeah, I'm taking the
You
kids.
said that. I didn't understand what you meant. Is there an event or something
Yeah,
coming to
it's
town?
actually here in town in Charlotte, North Carolina, and you actually can drive through it. They have the dinosaurs, mock-ups out there. Some of them move. It's at the Speedway, the
Okay.
Raceway,
Concord Motor Speedway here.
Motor Speedway,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking
What
forward
time
to
you
it with
going?
the kids. I think I'm going to take them at 2.
Okay,
I
cool.
have to buy my tickets. So I'm excited for that. But, make sure that you take some time, have some fun. If today is a day off for you, then do some recreation. We'll see you guys tomorrow, but don't forget to have sex.